Alright, it was Fabian's critique, from JufiPai.com. Here, encouraging you all, that Claude Code is not able to solve all the problems that you guys have. Let's say, for instance, regardless if you have multiple SOP guidelines, if you have set up the cloud and the skills and the memory and the 1 million tokens, all those type of stuff, you won't be able to succeed. You have to use your brain, because regardless the AI, if you use the latest Claude Code 20x usage, you won't be able to succeed in your automations. That is something that most people don't realize, because if they say, oh, hey Fabian, but what about if I pay the $205 from Claude Code? Is that AI is going to be able to solve all my problems? No, it won't. Unfortunately, it won't. You still have to use your brain, because regardless if it has 1 million tokens of context, it won't be able to solve all the problems, all the human problems that the AI is not able to solve. That is something that you have to be able to solve with your own brains, with your own neurons, all of that. That is something that most people don't realize. Even though I have worked with Claude Code 20x Max, and I have it very well structured, very well structured, guys. I have it with a very good PDCA. Hey Fabian, what the heck is PDCA? Plan, do, check, act. And on top, I have another thing that it says, learn from your mistakes, save them, and then don't do that mistake on the next round. Regardless, if I have a whole library of 178 mistakes that the AI has done, I still have to correct it. So that is something that most of the people don't realize. And regardless of the library, you have to say, hey, remember to double check the lessons learned and create, or don't do that mistake. Don't cross-contaminate the databases. Don't do that operation. Don't screw this project as you did the project A instead of the B. All those type of situations is something that people do not realize at all when they are automating with Claude Code 20x. So guys, keep that in mind, that you still have to use your brains. That AI of $200 won't solve most of your problems. And when you are automating, try to be very technical. What do I mean by that? That if you can create like guidelines or SOP where you can, let's say for instance, like the pocket jockey principle of engineering, the same one that the Japanese manufacturers they use, you can use those, towards the automations. That is something that you can apply towards the coding, towards the structuring of the coding. That is something that most of the people they won't be able to use, of course. I just wanted to create this video because I have 1 or 2 subscribers. I know that we have just a few ones that they are asking, hey Fabian, what if I get the Claude Code 20x Max? Is it going to be enough? I can tell you guys that AI, it won't be enough if you don't use your brains. If you do not structure that AI very well, because if you do not structure it, it's gonna be like creating mistakes over and over and over again. What that means that you have to spend more time, go back and forth several times, and you are not able to identify that mistake that you do 118 times ago. What is the other lessons that I have to for you is guys, use your brains for the most part. Use the AI in a very good user way, and that's all that I have. And one last resource. Let's say, if for instance, if you have a successful project, a very successful project, a project that it works, a project that is simple, first capture the information. You just record the MD. You just record the memory of that project, and then put it into a different way. You know, like copycat that project and bring it into a new one. Regardless if it is simple, let's say that QR code worked. Why you want to create a new QR code? So I created it with Google Chrome, and then go and copycat it for the next project. If the camera capture of those documents, of those files, of those things that it works, if it works on the previous project, bring it into the new one. Don't invent the wheel for the most part. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. That is something that I just wanted to let you know. That's what I'm trying to head to when I'm talking about the lesson learned. Because the lesson learned is about your mistakes. The mistakes that you have done cannot be repeated into a CAPA, correction actions, preventive actions. What that means, that you are preventing and correcting, those actions from happening once again. That's what I'm trying to hint to. Example, so capturing certain documents, and I tried to create another app, but that app, the AI was creating a new capturing project, and I was like, why are you circling back over and over again? Bring back the capturing documents that we have in certain project. Bring it over here, because it was simple, it worked, and it was sending it to the database. What for? So the AI say, okay, yes, because I have this lesson learned from that previous project. Oh, let me bring it over here, and guess what? It worked. So that is something that you guys have to keep in mind when you are creating automation. So that's what I'm trying to teach you all nowadays, because everybody is sending into the AI automations, and nobody's able to see how easy it is, how to automate. Do not create, please, complicated forms. Thank you, appreciate it. When you are making it simple, that's where the users are able to submit the information, when the people is able to make the process flawlessly. But if you are trying to create a project, a process that is very disruptive, that they are not able to understand, we are struggling. And last advice, last but not least, is going to be, if a 7 years old, 5 plus 2, if a 7 years old is not able to submit your form, you are struggling. You are failing as an automation engineer, also as an automation expert, let's say. That's what I have going on, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this small channel. We are creating it from scratch. Share with your friends, share with your networking. That's what I have going on. Fabian's critique. Say enough. Bye bye, guys.